We are live!
Hello and welcome back to WW 103.5, The Watch.
I thought you were going to say the WWE.
No.
Oh my God! He killed him! He killed him! Jesus Christ!
The official...
Which wrestlers would our characters be? Go. You have 10 seconds.
I think mine would be CM Punk, 100%.
And this guy, Greek Hulk Hogan?
I would actually put him more as like a Brock Lesnar type.
Okay.
Or maybe like,
The Undertaker.
yeah, like Undertaker. Well, the Undertaker's a little too dark. I mean, I'd
Yeah.
probably put him as like a Roman Reigns would be a good option.
Okay.
Roman Reigns would be a solid choice. Big Show.
He's Bam Bam Bigelow.
Bigelow. The American Dream. Dusty Rhodes.
All right. Dylan Bilderberg.
Dylan Bilderberg is absolutely Nature Boy Ric Flair.
All right. Woo! And Gnirbac.
Gnirbac is
Vern Troyer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a thumbnail.
rest his
But
soul.
first, theme song.
Oh, right. No, we don't do it.
Yeah.
That wasn't so bad.
I didn't know what it was. I thought you guys had a planned bit. This is stupid. I'm fucking out of here.
Trevor, if you want, you can go over the audio and you can compose the music over it.
That's okay.
You can
That's what I did with the last
acapella
one.
of yourself and put it in there too.
William.
What?
What?
William.
I'm not gonna go like 5 episodes ahead and edit that back into the episode 3.
I'm confused. Why not?
I'm George and I play Gnirbac.
I am Trevor. I'll be playing Erden.
I'm Jacob, and I play Yasos.
I'm Mac and I play the handsome and talented Dylan Bilderberg.
And I'm Ryan, and I'll be your DM for the evening.
Why do you have to upstage us every time?
Every single time.
It's because he gets to talk. It's because he
Not
gets to go
upstaging when
last.
you're already at the top.
Hey, Dylan.
That's good one.
Wow,
That's good.
Dylan. Wow.
So, let it... Last...
George's characters just evolved to a series of these sad laughs.
It was already there.
This whole thing, he started in episode 1.
The laugh is never not going to be funny. Hard cut to hour 30.
So...
It's gonna be funny every time.
So last time where we left off, we finished our first bout of combat with a couple goblins and saw a hobgoblin captain and one of his little
Hench-goblins?
hench goblins. Yeah, thank you.
Bob Goblin, the Hobgoblin.
Bob Hobb, the Hobgoblin.
Cobb Goblin.
That's really close.
We saw them flee into the forest and drop Octave's body, limp body, into the brush on the edge of.
If I may, we have not entered the realm of imagination yet.
That's very true.
We've never entered the realm of imagination.
I think you
Yeah,
should have taken
we never
left
go
off
into the
your
realm of
Trevor.
The
Imagine
realm of fantasy. I'm
There
sorry.
we
The
go.
realm
Look,
of
I
imagination.
had a long. You
That's
know
really
this.
wonky
I had a
shit.
long
Yeah.
day of day drinking, and I fell asleep on the floor. Like,
Realm of Imagination is owned by Epcot, and that's with Figment.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
oh
Purple
Jesus,
Dragon.
you're
Yeah.
right. I forgot.
I thought that was Land of Imagination.
Man.
Anyways, what I want you to do.
They trademark Imagination.
Yeah. Everybody, I want you, as we enter the realm of fantasy, to close your eyes, tilt your, not squeeze very hard, but tilt your head back, and then take your left index finger and touch it to your nose, and then you take your right index finger and touch it to your nose and say realm for me.
Realm.
Very good. And now in front of me, I see our party of murderers of goblins.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a party of
Now, little did you know,
murderers.
these were actually friendly goblins, and they were going for hugs.
That's what I thought.
Well, they had knives, and one of them put one in the back of a
Sharp
woman.
hugs, very sharp hugs.
Let me hug you.
All right, so
Loot the bodies.
we have Gnirbac wanting to loot the bodies.
I'm gonna go collect Octave while he loots the bodies.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
get my-
we'll go
my
around.
boat.
We'll go around one by one. we'll start with Gnirbac right now, looting the bodies. Does anybody else want to loot the bodies with Gnirbac? Because he's currently the furthest one away. If y'all want to fucking get a step ahead on him.
I'm above looting dead bodies, but I will watch Gnirbac do it in case there's something cool.
I will growl at you like a dog.
I'm just gonna look over your shoulders, watch you do it, and be like,
Oh, I would like that.
yeah, it's like, hey.
So Gnirbac, you approach the bodies, and after scouring, you manage to collect 6 copper pieces.
I take every single copper piece.
And then, along with the bodies are the weapons. You find with them 2 short swords, a dagger, and a karambit.
Yeah, I don't need those.
You don't need any of those.
No.
And then there's just like small little goblin armor, little
useless.
goblin leather armor.
You could melt
And,
it down and make more bolts.
Out of leather?
Actually, are any of
yeah,
the weapons...
leather. You haven't heard of leather weapons?
Are any of the weapons
I'm sure the Japanese
to the
is something
point where
like that.
I don't know if I would know as a character what could be pawned for a decent sum of money.
You are quite smart, and you are quite old.
Yes.
Wait,
So-
he's a janitor.
He is a janitor.
At a
Is
college.
this
Out of
Goodwill-
college.
Is this Goodwill Hunting?
Yeah.
Hey, you like apples? How you like those fucking apples?
Good Gnirbac hunting.
Gnirbac hunting.
And
Gnirbac
on
His crossbow in like a forest.
on one of the goblins that you see has a clear like gaping hole in its neck from one of your iron rods that was initially shot at Iasos's calf on accident. You see them wearing a small necklace with what seems to be like almost a check mark.
It's 100%.
Yeah.
He's got some blade.
That seems to be a
He's got
check
some
mark.
goblin.
Well, I will lift the check mark necklace.
All right, sounds
You
good.
need to write that down as the gobbling.
Oh my
The
God.
gobbling.
The
Oh,
gobbling.
Oh my God, they're not goblins. These are Eastern Europeans.
How can you tell?
Hey,
Look, he's wearing
hey,
a Nike necklace.
hey! Don't spoil it. Don't spoil the surprise.
No.
Cheeky
No.
blicky. Welcome to our gang, bro.
Another cheeky bitty donkey.
They're all wearing like Adidas like striped tracksuits, and as they were approaching you, they were like, they were squatting.
They were
and just,
squatting
like,
at the dead woman.
Yeah, like how many
smoking like fuck.
Were their heels on the ground?
No. Oh yes, actually, they were.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
like a true Inslayan.
With the sum of copper, I'm going to give each person in the party a single piece of copper.
All right. So currently, right now, Dylan Bilderberg is near you.
Goblins, they were Gopniks.
goblins.
No, Gopnik.
So
Everyone gets a piece of copper.
Hey, thanks.
yeah,
Piece of copper?
go ahead and add one
I've
piece of
I've
copper.
distributed them.
I will
part
just
of
tell
the
him
loot.
to keep it.
Thank you.
All right, Iasos, you tell him to keep it as you're walking away towards the edge of the forest.
My first copper piece.
And we'll focus on you, Iasos, right now.
Framed.
As you go to investigate Octave
I got
at the edge of
fucking
the forest. Is anybody following
No,
Iasos right now?
I'm looking for survivors in the town. I'm looking for people that are still alive.
We'll-
I'm
we'll get
a good
to you.
guy. I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
nice guy.
You're also
Not
very
so
sad
far.
right now, aren't
I
you?
am. I'm feeling very unhappy about everything. Everything is
Very
terrible.
winter.
My life is just one never-ending cycle of depression.
I'm just a
All right.
elf, and life is a nightmare.
So, I'll have. Is anybody following Iasos to the edge of the town, edge of the small village?
I was looting at this time.
He's
so-
looting.
Oh,
You're watching him loot. He's looking for survivors. So, Iasos, you travel over to the edge of the town where basically the dirt paths end and the brush begins to start and the trees begin to shoot out high, and you recognize this as the Routle Forest that's been described to you by Octave.
Yeah.
And after looking a little bit in the brush, go ahead and roll a perception check to see if you can find him.
Ooh, yeah, I got to roll a 20.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. So, before even getting to the brush, you're able to track down the footprints.
Well, yeah, no, I see where the bolt got shot. And I'm
Oh,
like,
true.
right there.
Shattered
Yeah.
bark.
Yeah.
And just over to the side, you find Octave lying on the ground, actually stripped of his tunic that he was wearing.
He's
and
naked?
No, he's not completely naked.
Okay.
He's still
Oh my
wearing
God, this is gonna turn
pantaloons.
into a weird romance novel, like a Diana Steele, but like with a giant muscly man and a smaller,
Oiled up
less
Fabio
muscly
kinda
man.
guy.
Yeah.
But he's currently lying on his back, and what is carved into his chest is not common tongue, but you would actually know this to be Intalayan, actually being written down, and it says, "Do not follow."
Oh no, I'm passed out. It'd be a shame if something happened to me. Be a shame if some big strong man came and picked
pick
me
him
up
up and kind of like read his chest, like pick him up like
As
hold
like-
his chest in front of me and kind of read it. I'm
Read
like,
his chest like a book.
Yeah. His
casually
rib cage
turn
actually
around to
opens
look-
up like a fucking.
You casually turn around to read the back.
No.
yeah, but I'm like,
Do you want to go ahead and roll a Constitution check? Because, I mean, it's not gonna be that hard to pass, but I mean, you're very firm
that
and like
big
very
fairy goblin
very good.
carrying me
What'd you
off.
roll?
They put something on my
10.
chest.
Nah, that's fine.
yeah.
That's perfect.
I'm like, ooh.
So
that
you
is-
you
I mean, I just saw a whole bunch of people get stabbed and burned and stuff. I'm
You
like,
Right.
wanted to bathe in some blood.
Yeah.
I'm used to this in theatrical combat. You know, they show some weird shit.
I'm also just gonna tell you flat out, he's dead.
This class.
In case you wanted to make a first aid check, he's dead.
I go and pick him up and I'm like,
He's completely unconscious.
Shake
He's
him
lost a
around.
lot of blood.
Wait a minute, is he dead or is he unconscious?
No, he's dead.
Unconscious forever.
I mean,
He's permanently
Dead
unconscious.
people are
Permanently
unconscious.
Oh
Yeah.
dear, I'm passed out. These goblins will carry me off. Be a shame if some big strong man came and picked me up.
Turns out it was death that came and picked him up.
Oops.
Oopsie.
Oopie.
I'm like,
But
oh.
he's bleeding from the top of his head and out of the
at the top
carved
of
message
his
in his
head.
chest. And
why
so,
carve a message in someone's chest and then leave them in the woods, or like carry them off into the woods? Like,
Because we
wouldn't-
weren't the designated message holders. It was for somebody else.
so we intercepted like a manvelope.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Wow!
Damn.
are you guys thinking this message isn't for you?
Yeah, I'm
Well,
pretty
it
sure it's
can't
not
be.
for us. It can't possibly be for
Yeah.
us.
He
They're
was
goblins.
they were carrying it away. If I didn't intervene,
We've
they
been
would
in
have dropped
school
it.
for
Oh.
years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I'll put him down back in the foot of the tree.
Okay.
Like prop him up, like close his eyes, all that.
You check his pockets.
He doesn't have pockets.
You're just gonna leave him in the woods?
He's been looted.
Oh, alright.
yeah. I mean,
Wow, they work quick.
Well, maybe we were slow.
Actually,
Or maybe Octave was fast.
To be fair, Octave was like super fucking quick. He got there last night, like while we were waking up still. He was like, I'll meet you guys there. I got some stuff I gotta take care of, and off he went like a silver bullet.
What if he was just running so fast he tripped and just fell and hit his head, and that's how he died? And then the goblin just turned and looked at him and started carving into his
Well,
chest.
it's it'd be a shame to leave a perfectly good
Yeah.
body here and not carve a message into him. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna take him.
Yeah. So anyway, I take the bolt out of the tree as I head back over,
Okay.
and actually no, I'm gonna leave it in there.
Okay.
That we can, and I'm gonna like take note of like the footprints leading away.
All right. Sounds good.
I'm gonna walk.
Yeah,
back
you did
over.
roll a 20 on that perception check, so I'm gonna say you got a good idea on the trail of
Yeah,
like
because
the
I'm
direction.
sure that this hobgoblin is just kind of trampling through the bush
Yeah.
and leaving a path behind
Yeah.
him.
They're not known for their
Subtlety.
subtlety for sure.
Goblins,
Yeah.
but not hobgoblins.
Yeah. He's not passing he's not casting pass without trace at all.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Bob Hoblin the Hobgoblin.
No, Bob Hoblin the Cob Bob Boblin.
Bob Boblin.
The Bacob.
Having a
The
sort of-
Bokoblin.
That's just his
All right.
old enemy.
Oh, yeah.
A Bacoblin.
So
Actually, son.
now we'll move the scene back into the village.
Okay.
And
back
start
to me.
Yeah.
Or-
Now back to Mr. Mopey over here.
I hate everything.
There's 5
I
houses.
can't wait to sleep so I can not be
Moblin.
winter anymore.
Yeah, Moblin and Bacoblin. That's it.
Anyway, is there
So-
anybody still alive here?
Please.
Everything is terrible.
Anybody?
Somebody, I feel so alone.
So hold on, I'm just drawing a quick little map.
I'm looking for someone. Companionship.
So right now, this is kind of the structure of the small village. What it is on the west side is a farm, and then there's like a circlet of houses.
Oh, like a cul-de-sac.
Yeah, it's a
And
little
then
cul-de-sac of a town.
Yeah. Off the main road, just
Yeah.
sort of a route.
And
So,
the
so I'm off to the west.
yeah, you're actually off to the east. I made a mistake in my past directions.
Oh, okay.
They were like going to not towards the farm, but they were going
Eddie
behind the
saw.
houses
Okay,
rather. Yeah, thank you for catching that and letting me fix my mistake. So which house would you like to start looking in?
I'll start with the closest one to the road, wherever when we were kind of coming into the town here.
Okay.
The one that's just right there to the right. I'll
This
kind of
one.
start there. I mean, I like to think that I'm kind of surveying all of them because obviously some of them are on fire. Like, shit ain't great here. So I figured just kind of casing the joint, whichever one is sort of trying to find someone alive. There's got to be someone that's still around.
Mm-hmm. So you trudge into the first house, and on the floor you see 2 bodies just lying in pools of blood.
Oh, Jesus.
A man and a woman, and you see 2 beds in the house, and just a small chest where you would assume they keep their belongings. But this you can make the assumption that this town was built of just simple farmers, just living self-subsistently.
Is the chest open?
Nope.
Can it be opened?
You're still at the bodies, aren't you?
Yeah.
I believe I've...
He's currently at the bodies, but
I mean, my next point of action would be to follow you and loot the houses.
yeah. So these
That's
people
terrible. These are innocent people.
They were innocent people.
Now they're dead.
I mean, I'm chaotic neutral, so I'm going to allow it, but just know that I don't think it's very nice.
So you pass into this house and you find these two bodies on the floor.
What's in the next place? I'm looking for people.
The next place is actually still pretty fervently on fire.
Farmers.
It's still pretty fervently on fire. You can't really find your way in. I'm gonna let you, if you want to try.
No, absolutely not. I mean, I call out, hey, is anyone in there? Is there anybody still alive?
You hear no response
Okay,
besides the crackling of fire.
I'm gonna let that baby burn on its own.
Yeah.
No need to get myself injured over poor farmer clothes.
And so in this next house that you approach, the third house in the cul-de-sac, is the one that actually has 2 bolts embedded in it. One with a goblin on it.
I use it as a knocker. Thump, thump, thump.
Grab his ankle.
Yeah. And inside you actually hear,
Ooh, please.
what? Not like that, you cunt.
Is that a dog?
That's very...
Is that a hurt dog?
Yes, it was a hurt dog.
Is there anybody in there?
A way to do it differently.
Okay, I'm coming in.
You hear whimpering
I'm,
coming from the
I
inside.
open
What
the
sounds
door.
to be a pretty young girl.
I kick open the door.
Was pretty an
Or I guess I
adjective
should
on
probably
young or
just
on girl?
try the door first. I try opening the door before I just kick it in. I try opening the door.
The door opens with
what do I see?
you see
Just going at it.
hold on.
Get out of here.
No.
Don't be.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ, George.
The
Her
fire
town-
is going at it.
The town is burning down.
What do you think's going at it? The fire.
No one says that. The
What?
firemen don't show up and go, wow, this fire's really going at it.
You obviously haven't hung out with much firemen.
I don't get it.
Firemen go at it more than anyone.
6.
What?
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 I don't get it.
Sucks.
What you
You
see
guys,
Yes.
on the ground is an elven male that has been stricken to death with a large slash across his chest, lying down, and then behind him is the body of a human woman who has also been stricken down in the same way, who has been stabbed a couple times, and
She's
then
still alive.
no.
Who's whimpering?
So as you listen more closely, you hear coming from underneath one of the 3 beds in this small cottage is the whimpering of this small half-elf girl. And I'll let you continue the investigation.
Is she okay?
You look at her underneath the bed, and she seems to be okay, just stricken with fear as what you assume to be her parents have been brutally murdered in front of her as they tried to probably shelter her from the invasion. Yeah, you see what I did there?
George, you gotta remind me, my next D&D character has to be like an elf quadroon.
It's got like.
Do you want to come out of there?
Bumpy ears.
It's like,
Looks like a beast.
I just say I'm
No,
elf.
of course not.
I'm elven.
Do I look like a goblin?
No, you do look scary though.
Does she not know who the fuck I am?
You say to the empty room.
I am. I'm not gonna hurt you. Come out. Come out.
She is very, very hesitant.
I use
want
my
you-
charm and
Yeah,
charisma.
I was gonna say,
to
I want you-
fucking
Song.
woo her out with.
Play her a song, dude.
Oh,
Ooh.
I fucking killed it.
All right, what'd you roll?
Well, let me give you my
'Cause-
fucking modifier here. Where's my charisma? There it is. 19.
Okay, yeah, that's enough to like.
I give her one of these numbers.
She's very, very hesitant as you like outreach your arm and like wiggle your hands like seductively. Like,
How is that charismatic? I'm charismatic. I put my hand out strongly and I look at her and I go, "It's going to be okay."
and she cautiously reaches out her hand and like grabs it and like is pulled from underneath the bed.
Yeah.
What you see in front of you is about a 12-year-old half-elf girl who's wearing just normal farmer's garb. She
Yeah.
has moderately long hair that goes down to about her shoulder, about the bottom of her rib cage.
Okay.
That's
Wait a second. Moderately long hair.
it's pretty moderately long.
Okay.
What's moderately long to you?
I don't know. I'd say like the bottom of the shoulder. You know.
I have moderately long
How
hair.
long do you want?
Okay, it drops to the bottom of her shoulder blades instead.
I would call Mac moderately long hair.
All
I'd
right.
say I have pretty moderately long
Yeah.
hair.
And it's like a very nice auburn color, and she has green eyes as well.
Okay.
And so-
how many people live in your village?
There was about 12 people that lived in our village. There was
Hold on, I gotta pull up names now.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Dang, that's good stuff.
in the first house was Mr. and Mrs. McFarrell.
Mrs.
Oh,
McFarrell.
The Descendants.
Yeah, the descendants of the McFarrells.
Offshoot cousins.
Merrill and Sterile It was Gerald and Sterile McFarrell or something.
And it's their kid. It's their
It's like the great
grandkids.
the great grandkids or
And
something.
then in the house after that was Jamba Villanova.
Jamba Villanova.
Jamba Villanova.
Jamba.
He's dead?
Oh no!
Oh no.
I think they
Caribbean Jacob.
burned down his house, and then in this house was
Now
my
he's roasted.
mom and my dad, and
And she starts breaking out into a very upset crying fit as she like tries to turn away from her dead parents that are still standing or still lying right in front of her. Yeah.
Standing there dead.
As she stands in front of her
Standing
dead
That's how I
parents.
hope I die. Standing.
Die on my feet.
And she's trying to stay strong, but she's having a really tough.
What's your name?
my name's Slake.
Slake?
Slake.
Slake. Slake.
Slake.
My name's Slake Porth.
Wait, they go Zerwin.
Slake Porth.
Heir of the poor
Heir of the Porth.
fortune, I say to myself standing in the middle of the town.
I'm the heir of the Porth Authority.
I stab her. I'm just kidding. I don't actually do that.
That's so weird. Like the main setting in my
Authority.
the main city in my setting is called Lakeport,
Oh, really?
and the Slakeport.
The Slake Port?
I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Listen here, Slake. I've got bad news for you.
Your parents are dead.
Your parents wanted to name you Blake. They never
Your
will.
life is about to drastically change. It will never be the same again. I need you to pull yourself together and tell me where those goblins camp out at.
I don't know. They just all of a sudden they showed up from behind my house to the east of the village, and they came in and they started burning everything.
They came from the east.
Yeah, they came from the east, and it was after that that nobleman came into our village with his large caravan. But I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know what's happened to everybody else. I just
And she starts crying again.
Slake's gonna be a JRPG protagonist.
How'd you
And
know?
we're gonna be the heroes that the NPCs talk about, like that
Alright.
previously defeated the evil.
So how many in numbers were they?
Well, there was 6 that came into the village. I think. I mean, it there was just a lot that sounded. There was a lot of commotion.
Y'all couldn't
But-
kill six
I mean,
goblins.
my parents, they just tried to keep me safe in the house. I didn't really get a good look, and they told me to hide underneath the bed, and
She breaks out into a small cry once again. She's having a really tough time dealing with all of this, and you're asking a lot of her to
Tough question.
recall all of this.
These
are distraction,
just
man.
need 6 goblins. These were the alphabet crew.
All right. Well, we can't just. God, I need Yassos.
She shudders really quickly at the loud noise.
Damn it.
Do I hear this? Because he's in the third house.
Aren't
I'm
you
on the
coming
east side of town.
Back yet?
Yeah. He's like in this house, the most east
Yeah,
house,
yeah, exactly.
and you're probably over here somewhere.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna say you do actually hear
You
this.
can. You probably can't hear me clearly, but
Yeah.
you can hear me yelling.
Yeah,
for
you definitely
Yassos!
you recognize your name being yelled.
What?
Come here.
And I jog over.
All right, you jog over. Do you want to exit this house and?
Well, no, we gotta figure things out for Slake real quick. I'm not gonna lose.
She does not want to be by her dead parents. I'm telling you that right now.
Slake, let's get out of this house. Let's go.
Metagaming.
I'm sorry.
No, I mean I figured as much.
Passive
I'm sorry. I
insight.
probably should have clarified. Yeah, like we're gonna get
she's-
her. I should have like already
Yeah.
been walking her out of the house. I'm not
Okay.
trying to talk to her in front of her dead parents. I
Yeah.
just need to have this conversation with her to get some
Okay.
information.
I got
But,
you.
Mind if
no,
I
we
take
take
the
her
kid?
take her out of the house. That's where I'm yelling for Yassos here.
Okay, so y'all are, I'm gonna say, in the middle of the cul-de-sac right now,
Yeah, sure. And I jog over.
and she's crying, like sitting on the ground with her knees tucked to her chest and her head in her hands, just crying.
Yassos, I found, I think, the only survivor in this whole village.
I would agree with you. Octave did not make it.
I looked to the other 2 houses we didn't search. Yeah.
How many of those 2 houses are on fire?
All of them?
No,
I thought every house was
it
on
was,
fire in some way or another.
This
Middle one.
this bottom one was the one that you
Yeah,
walked
we did the
by
first 3.
Then the second one was on fire, and then I'm gonna say this top one, this fourth one was also on fire.
Look, Dylan didn't say that sarcastically.
So
He was not.
All of them.
What was in the chest of the first
Are you looking?
one? Yes.
What you see in there is a couple clothes and then, say, a flagon of ale.
Like a half-eaten apple.
There's still ale in this flagon?
Well, not a flagon. Like, is there a way that they would, that in medieval times they would be able to, like, just keep ale?
Like a bottle, right?
Like kind of like a bottle, like a growler almost.
Like a wineskin.
Yeah, there's a wine
Or like
skin.
an ale skin.
Yeah, it's an ale skin.
Big ale skin.
The ale's flat, long gone flat.
I'll
but
take it.
all right, so you gonna write that down then?
Yes. I was gonna head over to house number not on fire. Flat word.
But other than that, you just see like farmers' clothes.
Yeah. Ale skin of flat ale.
Yeah.
Still warm from the fire.
Gnirbac, don't loot this poor girl's dead parents.
Hey, it's not that one yet. He's only looted the first house. But I get that you're saying.
Unless they have
Please
wedding
don't
rings.
loot. Please don't loot.
Yeah,
this
they do,
dead girl's
actually.
Parents.
You're right. They do have wedding rings.
Alright,
They're a poor farmer community. They wouldn't have wedding rings. Where would they have gotten them from?
How the fuck do you know?
Yeah, you don't know these guys.
They're poor farmer people.
Right, but you don't know
They're
their
wooden
story.
wedding rings.
This would be like the age of like tying a hair knot together and like binding their wrists.
They're wooden wedding rings.
Oh, fair enough. I guess it's
Are
farmer.
they an exotic wood? Would I know?
They're not a very exotic wood. You are a forest gnome, but these are just what you can assume they come from the.
Yes, I am. I would have
Brian,
knowledge.
Yeah.
what are the Porth's tax policies?
Alright, well, I give their bodies to
They give a portion of their crop yield and haul it into
Do I see
cobble.
any, like, toys for this
Cobblecliff.
this half elf? Like a doll or something?
Yeah, she has actually been clinging on to a doll herself, and then there's
I
one
pry
more
it from
doll
her hands.
inside.
Did this help you?
I'm trying to do something nice for her.
I pointed dead parents pointed at the doll. What did it do?
Yes,
I'm gonna-
there's another small wooden horse,
Alright.
about 6 inches in
I'll
length.
take that small wooden horse.
Okay.
I'm going to magic tinkering it
Okay.
so that it makes a Mario wahoo. This goes wahoo every like 5 minutes or so.
All right.
That's always gonna make
And
somebody
then
jump.
I'm gonna loot the last house real quick.
Okay. What is in the last house? You see, in the family chest,
The family
next to, I think it was, yeah. So there was 3 in the first house. I was gonna say it was Jamba Villanova. That makes 4. Then 3 in this house, and then there's 5 left. So there was I'm gonna say 3 in the burning house and then 2 more in this house. So you see 1 dead body inside, but at the front of the door, is another dead body.
You let me on there. I was like, oh, another survivor.
Yeah, but both of these I'm gonna say are dwarvish people.
Oh,
Yeah,
I respect it.
yeah. But inside is a
My short brothers.
yeah.
My short brethren.
Do the dwarves have anything of
The dwarves have.
What do you think?
they
the
might have
dwarves.
they might have a nice gem.
Exactly.
Or
How'd you know? Inside you find 1
Because
ruby.
racism works in D&D.
1 ruby for me.
Yeah, hidden underneath all their clothes in their chest.
I'm gonna close their eyelids.
All right.
So they can't see you steal.
I can't see you rob their stuff.
I love the thing with Gnirbac though, just kind of like waddling
Yeah.
along.
I love, like, his arm-
sloppily stealing things.
His arms stretching out.
All right.
I mean-
then I'll return back to the town square where everyone's convening and produce the wooden horse for the girl.
What's this?
Do you hand her the wooden
I
horse?
do, yes.
She holds it in her hands.
This is
Woohoo!
She throws it away from her in surprise as she's very. She's like,
What did you do?
Do you want to explain yourself, Gnirbac?
That's a good question, Gnirbac. What did you do?
Gnirbac doesn't
Gnirbac.
have words. He's just kind of motioning towards it. He's pointing at it.
she looks over and she notices that she's thrown this wooden horse that yelled "Wahoo" over at the corpse of one of these goblins, and you see her wipe her tears from her eyes, and angry cowl goes over her face as she stands up and
Yes.
walks over to the goblin and starts stomping on it as hard as she can.
Let the
He
hate
also says,
consume you.
Yes.
Why'd you do it? Why?
Echo-
Why?
Echoing
Why?
from Dylan Bilderberg's head is, how did Gnirbac do that? Everybody in town knows that he's a skilled ranger.
Woohoo!
And then she she's quite strong, surprisingly, for a small girl. Actually, no, she's not. I think I wrote down her stats. Yeah, she's not very strong.
Little girl stat.
But she's
Little
definitely,
girl.
she's
You never
putting her
know.
body weight into, like, pushing down onto this small goblin's skull. And it's, like, basically bruised up and bloodied this face. And then she just breaks down again and holds her head in her hands and starts crying even more out of hatred and sadness.
We've got to do something with her.
Yes. Well,
We can't leave her here.
Wahoo!
Everyone's dead.
that is very true. And well, anyway, as I was trying to say before, Gnirbac skunked off and brought back that horse. And Octave had "Don't follow" etched into his chest.
Well, that sounds like pretty good advice.
No, it sounds like a challenge, which I need to take up.
No, it sounds very much like, hey, not worth your time. Don't bother.
Oh no, these goblins have murdered people. That small child there is now an orphan.
Yeah, and
And
what are we just
blood
gonna-
demands blood, and
Yes,
I demand blood.
She turns her head up to you.
Are you gonna hurt the bad people?
Yes.
Me and Gnirbac are
Yes.
nodding at
Yes.
each other at this dialectical.
Yasos, clear the meat out of your ears for a second. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna take her with us to go hunt goblins? Is that really your plan right now?
I mean, I can stay here at the village, but as long as you guys are like hurrying and you promise to come back, I mean, I can fend for my own for at least a little bit.
And she's got a nice little horse to take.
Yasos,
company.
I don't.
Wahoo!
Secure position
I-
awaiting
we're
goblins.
supposed to go.
Hiding in the bushes
We're
from
supposed
goblins.
to go to the city and do this job so we can be done with it. And what are we gonna do? We don't even know how long. We don't know how far away they are. We don't know anything about their camp. We don't know. We literally have no information about this goblin camp except for that about 10 of them came in and attacked this town. That's the only information we have.
So yes, which is why we need to go get the information by walking out into the woods. Look, they left
I
a
think
trail.
were
I saw it.
and they left a pretty clear
While they're
note
discussing.
saying,
Yeah.
Where's
don't.
Yes, and
the
they also
caravan
murdered
off the
people.
town,
That's
right?
not
Yes.
that's
I'm
not
gonna
the
waddle
rules.
over
You
to
don't
that.
do that.
Okay.
That's
know
bad.
why they murdered them?
So
I don't know because they're goblins.
These people don't have anything to steal.
Gnirbac has turned on his little heels and has walked away from you guys.
Where's Gnirbac going?
Towards the caravan just north of...
And both of Gnrbac's hands out
Actually,
to the
very
sides.
good point. I follow Gnirbac to go see this caravan.
So,
Clearly, that's probably our motivation right there.
I was going to say that.
And you know I gotta put my
Yeah, sure, okay, meathead.
I gotta put my touchy feelies all over it. So
yeah.
what's in the caravan?
So, the caravan is actually pretty ornate. As you... I want everybody... Or who heard it?
While we walk
No,
over
I
there,
want...
Can I offer to pick up the little girl?
Yeah, that's fine.
She slips off.
Are you going to ask?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like.
You try and pick her up,
Do
you
you want
just
me to
slide
carry
her.
you, little one?
You want uppies?
Sure.
Uppies?
She's about 4 feet tall, about as tall as Gnirbac over
I
here.
am
Yeah, exactly.
2'11".
I'm.
Are you?
That's what I wrote. 2'11".
She towers over Gnirbac
You are...
as a 12-year-old girl.
You could have. No, not even. A yard is like.
No,
from
I'm
that.
going from the table.
Ah.
From the table. Like that.
But how much does the hat add?
That's
Oh, the hat adds like
The hat
2'11".
Yeah, the hat makes it 4.
That's
about-
I thought you said the hat makes
Foot
you
right
could sort of
there.
last hour you said that you were 4 feet with the
Yeah.
3 foot.
It's probably the...
Oh,
He's
yeah.
about
But
waist
I was
high.
wrong.
About waist high.
Barely.
I
It's
wrote
like
2'11".
mid-thigh high.
Because
Yeah.
gnomes are short. Forest gnomes are shorter versions of those, and then Gnirbac is a shorter version of a forest gnome. He's a
So
tiny
he's
dude.
2'11".
He's the runt of the litter.
No, the hat probably makes him into
God, you must
Four,
freak
yeah.
people the fuck out.
And
You look
then-
like a child.
And then I've got my bear pelt, which gives me a really rounded appearance.
Like a little
Kinda
fat child.
Yeah, I'm 37
Imagine
years old.
you know the candy dots like that, but covered in hair, so you dropped it at the cinema.
Like a little German child. Like he walks in, do you
the-
have any chocolates?
At
I
like
only
just
eat
the
the
glow.
finest chocolates. My mother brings them for me from
And then
Sweden.
occasionally my nubby arms produce from my bear pelt, and I start stealing.
Or shooting.
or
Or
shitting.
shitting.
One of those 3 things.
What do I hear? You told me you were about to tell me to make a sub check.
No, you don't need to make a check.
Okay.
Mr. Strongman over here has tenderly picked up this small girl, and as y'all are walking over towards the caravan, she says over,
That was Miss Nobleman Lipschitz's cart.
"That's his name. His name is Lenmar Lipschitz."
Lipschitz. Lenmore Lipschitz?
Yeah, Lenmar
Can you spell this
Lipschitz.
out? I'm writing it down.
L-I-P-S-H-I-T.
Wait, no, the
L-
full name.
That's it.
Yeah, Lenmar.
M-O-R-E.
Len.
Wait.
Lem. Lenmar. Lenmar.
Lenmar.
Lipschitz. Lip.
I got it.
Uh-huh.
S-C-H.
Yeah, I-T-Z. Yeah, Lenmar
That's literally
Lipschitz.
what I spelled it.
That's the danger of ribbing.
Lipschitz.
Lip shits.
That was Nobleman Lipschitz. He was coming through town, but he was going to stay the night. He was heading north towards Beacon because I heard he wanted to get some of the Zoe fruit. But I guess the goblins got him too.
That's the guy we were supposed to meet up with,
Oh,
I think.
thank you, note taker.
Well, I don't.
Well, no, I just think it was. I'm assuming because he's going to Beacon, and we're also going to
Yeah.
Beacon.
Well,
Octave
it was
taking us
actually
there.
just coincidence that
Oh.
you two were gonna be there.
Well, I don't know.
It's
that.
not like you were his security detail at all.
No.
See, well, I wasn't.
Because if
Yeah.
that were
Dylan
the
Bilderberg
case,
wasn't paying
we-
attention, and now he
Yeah.
just assumes that.
Okay.
We,
Perfect.
if we were supposed to be in security detail, we are so fired.
Yeah. No.
Well,
Because if you remember correctly, the reason why y'all were heading towards Beacon was for the Trailblazing Initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of you three, feel free to correct me
TBI.
if you remembered that.
anyway, Gnirbac hears this talk about nobles, and he gets a stiffy and starts walking faster.
What?
Don't worry.
Oh,
You can't
because
know-
it's
you
because
don't-
you like robbing people.
You weren't able
Yeah,
to
I
notice
get
it,
it.
but it acts like a kickstand.
He's
So-
got 3 legs.
Remember that scene in Goldmember?
Yes, I do.
That's all.
Look at you, you're a tripod.
You're like a tripod.
It wasn't Fat Bastard who didn't say that. Michael Caine did.
It's like
Yeah.
a baby's arm.
It wasn't Fat Bastard.
Uncle Baby's arm holding an apple.
No, it was Michael Caine. Austin Powers' dad.
Hey, they should call you tripod.
What the hell is wrong with you guys?
What's in the caravan? What's in the caravan?
What is in the caravan is actually a very comfortable looking ornate chair that has some inlaid gems in it.
All right.
That this man used to travel, and then
It's got a latrine in it as well.
yeah, it actually does.
Wow, indoor plumbing.
Yeah.
No, that's the throne. It's
Yeah.
got a hole in it.
Yeah, he just lifts up the seat of the chair, and it's just an open hole like through the bottom of the caravan.
Oh, it just goes into the road.
Yeah,
Fair
that just
enough.
goes into the road.
The guy driving the horse notifies him when the horse shitting by ringing a bell, and he takes that as an opportunity to also shit.
The
So
guy
nobody
driving
notices.
the horse.
I
Yeah.
feel like a nobleman wouldn't care. He'd be like, I don't have to walk these roads like these fucking peasants.
All
right.
The peasant should
so-
be glad to step in my shit.
That's that. Also in the is a chest that is filled with very nice garb.
Okay.
Just additional clothes in case he's sullied. His
This is latrine. Forget to pull up the chair.
yeah. But then there's another chest that has a it's more of like a small lockbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has 5 gold coins in it. Actually, no, it doesn't. It has 10, doesn't it?
Oh.
It has 10 gold coins inside of it.
All right.
If you can pick it.
Well, I don't know how many coins are in it then.
Yeah, that's true. We wouldn't
You
know
shake
any-
it and you assume
Sounds
it's
like
more
10.
than 5.
But
You've stolen enough
it's
coins
locked.
to be like
Gnirbac,
sounds
how
like
much
10.
No,
money
it's
in
not
there?
locked.
Ooh, at least.
It's
Oh, it's not.
yeah.
I'm
Before they come back, I'm gonna close it. Ooh, at least 10.
I'm looking at the.
Wait, no,
the
I'm in there
program.
with you. I walked in at the same time. I
That's
saw you
like-
do that.
Yeah.
Click, click.
There's nothing in this.
Guys, the description for the rat catcher is the rat catcher displays medieval fun with furry creatures against their will.
Does it come back to the rat thing? The reference?
Yeah.
That's, you
yeah,
know,
no,
the
yeah.
same-
That's the rat catcher.
For the audience.
All right. So I'm
Oh,
gonna.
yeah.
I'll give.
Sorry.
I'll give Dylan 2 gold coins. Please record that.
Okay.
I'll give
Iasos.
Iasos 2 gold coins.
Where did you get this?
We found it in a lockbox.
I'll give Burden 2 gold coins. And I'll give the half-elf child 2 gold coins.
Winter earns
And then
cold
I
burden.
keep 2 for myself.
She holds them in her hand and she doesn't know really how to respond.
Wahoo!
You can kind of see tears welling up
In
in
the
her
distance.
eyes.
Yeah.
And she just kind of like holds them to herself and almost actually kind of slips them into one of Iasos's. He doesn't really have pockets though, does he?
Nope.
One of these.
One of his
between
ab
the
folds.
Yeah. Kind of just places it in the ripples
Well,
of
I
his
mean,
I
I'm
ass.
holding
stay
gold.
her hand.
I'm holding gold on me, so there's like somewhere
Yeah.
for me to put
like
it. So like
between
a
your
little,
abs.
No, I reach over and
I
stay
have-
her
I mean,
hand
'cause I
and
have,
say,
like, things, like,
"Welcome
on
to the
my-
life of an adventurer, lass."
Yassus is the main character, and it's like a video game, so they just
that
go
was
into him like.
pretty cheesy.
yeah.
But I don't
gonna-
want to be an adventurer.
I just shake my head.
Keep it. You might need it.
I
You can
just
buy bread.
I just want my
Oh,
I want my
no.
parents
Oh, no.
back.
They're not coming back, dear.
Gold can buy parrots. Anyway,
What can be exchanged for goods and
I
services?
kind of just
She,
like.
she starts
I'm
crying.
gonna chuckle
just
to
kinda, like,
myself
start,
and
like,
head back
patting
over
her.
to the throne and start fiddling at the gems to pop
That's
out
good.
of
The
the
sooner
socket.
she gets over her grief, the sooner we can figure
I'm
out
gonna
what
need
we're gonna do
you.
with
Is
her.
there like a specific like role that you could
can
do
we just
for
take it to
that?
the
For
next
like, like
I'd say
could-
probably something like
For
a.
what?
hold on.
Dexterity, probably, because
Yeah.
it's kind of a thieving action.
For what?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I'm popping
you
the gems
have,
out there,
You, you
in
have
this.
proficiency with thieves' tools because you're.
Yeah,
an
that would
artificer.
be dexterity.
So I would
So-
say a thieves' tool. check.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sleight of hand check. So
Oh, yeah.
Well, it also. I mean, you could do like do 2.
Because like
it would be
I'm assuming you're
strength
using
and
some
dex
sort of.
technique.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I have a dagger. I also
Because you have to
throwing
think
dagger,
how
so-
how
It-
set
yeah.
the gems are.
Yeah, I know.
But that would be dependent on your
which gems?
Yeah, exactly.
So, the 3 gems that are in the throne is a ruby set at the crest of the chair, and then above each of where his shoulders would have been is an emerald and another emerald.
Beautiful.
So,
That'll look great
if
on my
can you reach that high?
I can stand on the armrest.
All right. So, are you gonna try and?
So what is
take
it?
these.
A D20 and then I add my dexterity bonus.
Yes.
Alrighty, let's see. So
Does he also add proficiency or no?
Yeah, I would say so because he's.
sweet, because I got thieves tools and things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I would assume that he has like some sort of small pry bar in his
Yeah.
tools.
something. Yeah.
I've got a whole bunch of things in my barrack.
So
Exactly.
then it's
whole bunch of things.
2 for dexterity and 2 for proficiency.
so yeah, D20 plus 4.
yeah, boy. 18,
All right, that's 1 gem. That's the emerald.
23,
That's the ruby.
and 8. No, sorry, that's a 14.
Yeah,
18.
18?
Yep.
And that's the other emerald.
So ruby.
Emerald.
Is there anything else of interest in this thing? Like, reason why the goblins would attack at the exact same time as him coming through town?
Can we find his dead body?
Yeah, that's important.
His dead body is actually nowhere to be seen. And I just realized that I didn't mention this, but if you don't mind me retconning, the goblin that was next to the hobgoblin was carrying Lenmar's body.
Well, it was carrying a body. And
A body.
now can assume
Yeah,
to be
that you now can assume to be
After
Lenmar.
seeing the garb inside the chest.
Yeah.
Matching it up.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, so
Gnirbac
I think
Holmes.
that...
Oh, God.
Oh, God. I mean, that's fine. I didn't realize you get that much of a rise.
Yeah,
Well, after all, like, the thieving and observation, it's kind of like... If the British shoe fits.
That just took me by surprise.
Elementary.
Is that the hour name?
Yeah, Gnirbac.
Yeah. Gnirbac.
Gnirbac Holmes.
I
deduce that he's been taken by that goblin.
Dylan, you should look at the fancy garb. You might look good in them.
I don't know if you've noticed. I'm motioning towards my already fancy garb,
It's fancier.
but this has been specifically tailored to fit my figure.
I don't think you understand how much money has been spent on my clothing.
Ooh, I could not tell.
All right.
Actually, did you get cut?
In the legs,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
My legs do.
Pantaloons are kind of tatty.
Yeah.
No, they're so rich that they just went. The
They're self-healing
thread count
fabric.
is so like fine
Oh,
that it just went through and stabbed my leg and then came out and was just
I
fine.
suppose it's
Hey,
an
Gnirbac.
in-game discussion.
Does his leather armor still smell like blueberries?
Oh yeah,
I think I dismissed that because I'm starting to feel bad.
Okay.
I honestly forget, so if I don't
I think
remember,
you've done enough.
it's just gonna wipe every
Yeah.
session.
Yeah,
If I
we'll-
don't,
we'll
like,
do that.
Bring it back.
Sorry.
Up. So right now it's just the horse in the middle of town.
Yeah. Sorry for
I guess my
interrupting.
leather armor might have actually.
I am gonna remember because I felt bad about shooting Strongman in the leg.
Yep.
I'm gonna go over and just start rubbing it and cast Cure Light Wounds.
Okay.
I didn't know you had
Oh,
curly
what?
ones.
do.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm so sorry. This was an accident.
This was an accident.
You have cure light wounds?
I do. It's my first level. It's Cure Wounds. I guess it's not light wounds. It's just wounds.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Echoing.
Creature you touch regains the number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Wow.
Echoing in Dylan
That's a lot
Hillenberg's
of
head.
health points.
Says, how can Gnirbac, the skilled ranger, heal?
So it's 1d8. You said?
So it's and then it's plus my which is your what is it? Intelligence.
Intelligence. So
Intelligence. No, that's no spell. So just intelligence modifier.
yeah.
So you get 2 plus 3 back.
Okay.
So I'm
he
back to-
maxes back out at 16. The piercing of the iron rod in his calf
I have to admit that feels a lot better.
seals up, and he's
sorry.
able to walk now without a limp. That he was actually just very well like hiding, like you couldn't even tell
He
that he was.
disguised it by
yeah.
2 limps.
Yeah.
He thought it was the
Both
double
legs
cycle.
and
Limped on both legs to counteract his one limp.
Nah, I was just hopping along on one leg.
Ow. Ow.
He's kept pole vaulting with his trident.
Wait, so okay, we really got to address this. What are we doing here? We're not going after these goblins.
Please.
Should we drop this little
These-
girl off at somebody responsible?
The closest town is back where we came from, and that's a day's travel away.
Ooh.
She did. It's like becoming night at this time, and she did say that she would be able to fend for herself for at least a little bit until y'all get back.
Are you guys gonna beat up the bad men that did this?
Well, yes, that is the plan.
No, probably not.
But no, I'm going to be.
She
the bad
looks
guy.
at
No,
you
listen to me.
very,
He's
very
winter.
angrily, Erden, and she wriggles out of Viasos' hands and
No,
kicks
I-
you in the shin.
That-
Wait, hold on.
I dodge. I'm dexterous as fuck.
And I finesse!
And
What's your armor class?
Oh god!
I still get a chance to dodge, thank you. But my armor class is 14.
14?
You don't
Yeah.
dodge.
She goes to kick you in the shin,
Critical
but
strike.
yeah,
Shatters your shin bone.
no. No, she misses and kicks you in the toe instead.
I dodge.
No, you don't.
I can see her coming. I'm fucking dexterous.
Fine, you move out of the way.
Thank you.
At least
That's all I
Dex
ask.
check it. He could trip on his face.
That's true.
Yeah,
I could
he's
actually-
attempting
I could
to
actually
dodge.
make it worse.
I was gonna have it.
Chowder! I teched that.
I was rather
Chowder.
just gonna say like it was a surprise attack, kind of.
Surprise attack.
Yeah, but
well, just let her be angry. Her parents just died. I understand. I understand why you're upset.
She does kick you in the shin, but for no damage.
That's okay. That was my main concern. I don't know.
Yeah, she's not gonna hurt
Alright,
you.
rolling initiative to grab her by the throat.
Chowder!
Yeah, that would just turn into that thing, you know, like that comic where like the dude puts the some stealth character puts a henchman in a sleeper hold, and another stealth character comes up and puts it in a sleeper hold. Like you put in a little girl in a sleeper hold, the Yasuo just comes up and puts you in a sleeper hold.
And then an even bigger man walks in and puts you in a sleeper
Well,
hold.
then God
Like
comes
a
to
half
Yasuo's
orc.
sleep hold and it doesn't work.
He's too strong. Sorry, bud. You're on your
He
own.
just slips out of it.
He
just slips out.
Well,
Like,
I think
like my neck just kind of like goes like.
regardless of what we're gonna
It just
do,
goes-
we're gonna have to
slip out
stay here
oil.
for the night.
The horse of the caravan, is it killed or loose?
The horse is dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't just be gone, huh? Couldn't
Well,
be
one has
run
been
away?
loosed and
Has
one
to
is
be
dead.
Alright, might as well go.
the old
both ways.
centrist position.
I did say that there was 2 horses that was pulling this cart.
Yeah, no. Either way, I think we're staying here for the night. I mean, we're not gonna go trudging into the woods at night going after these
Fresh
goblins.
horse
Okay, that might be that's a fair point. Yes.
Does anyone know how to skin a horse?
Let's rest
Oh,
for the
sorry.
evening. Maybe I'll come out of my mood.
Do you?
And we
I
can
would
reassess
not.
what we're gonna do tomorrow. But I don't see the point in walking
Just
into
cut
the
the
woods
skin
going
off,
after these
right?
goblins.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but if you're gonna be like this,
Fresh horse meat.
well, I suppose
Y'all
it's better
have
than nothing.
rations.
Yeah, we have.
Right, but we
food.
don't need to spend our rations.
Have you ever eaten horse?
Not
Is
yet.
that relevant? Are you
It's-
talking to me in game
It's
here?
not great.
Are you? It doesn't.
I've never
This
tasted
is-
horse.
Are you talking in game? It's
Yeah.
hard.
I haven't had horse in real life. What kind of monster do you think I
Where's your
am?
funny voice?
Have you ever eaten at
This is my funny
IKEA?
voice. I'm
circa
sour and
2015?
depressed.
Is it because you spilled coffee on your shirt?
That would be vape juice.
That's worse.
I know it's gonna be there for a long time.
Damn.
All right.
So, does that mean you guys are gonna stay here for the night?
Yes.
Yes,
We'll
I
stay
guess.
here and look
Could-
after you.
Could you at least lay everybody to rest and just make sure they go on peacefully?
Yeah.
Echoing
yes.
Dylan Bilderberg's head. That's a lot of digging.
Do you have a shovel around? Do you know?
In my house, there's actually a shovel that you could go get.
Wait,
Please.
there's part of me that thinks maybe we shouldn't
Shouldn't what?
Should
move the bodies.
Okay.
Because if the goblins, say the hobgoblin goes back to just gather more numbers. If they come back and the town's in the same state they left it, there's a good chance goblins are not real intelligent. There's a chance they might think we just moved on. If we move all the bodies, it kind of signals that we're still here.
And then they come and attack me, and I can kill them. I don't see what your point is.
Well, not all of us are giant and, muscle bound and eager to fight as you.
Well, yes, but I am, and I can go kill them. If it's such a problem to you, then you can wait, and then if they try and kill you,
Slake
just call me.
Slake hears you say that you are gonna go kill them, and then like hugs your leg really tight.
Yes, exactly. Yes, you see this little girl. She demands justice. This isn't justice.
Oh, yeah. Episode 5?
What the hell is this? Well, you know what? Okay, fine. We'll bury the bodies.
This is a
But
healthy way
you're
for a little bit of
absolutely. If I so much as get one scratch on me, I'm holding you personally responsible, Yazoo.
Okay, well then, hold
Beautiful.
me.
Wahoo!
She goes over
I'm
and
watching Simple Flips.
the little girl goes over and picks up her horse and sits down in the middle of the town square and just starts holding it close to her.
Starts
Yeah,
BLJ out of her hands.
You all
Yeah.
figure out the sleeping arrangements. I am going to start burying people.
I go with Yasos. I'll help him out.
All right.
We are friends after all.
Yeah.
So right now there's still 2.
I'll go find some good ground to dig.
I
I'll scout out some good land for
don't
graves.
even have anything funny in my inventory that can help. So.
Find some normal rocks and then tinker them to be gravestones. And then by the time you get to the 4th one,
And I go back around.
you do that all night and go.
I mean, I suppose you could actually carve something,
Yeah.
but I don't
So-
know about
That sounds pretty artificial.
Yeah.
So your time burying these bodies, going into each house, and I'm gonna say remorsefully, goes just rather peacefully. You feel some remorse and sad that this small village was
it's
taken to the hands of these evil beings.
I'm used to fighting where everybody's ready to die.
Yeah. Okay. So not you, but.
I know. I'm saying like it's still sad for me.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
like these people were murdered. This isn't honorable battle. This isn't fun death.
This was against
right.
their will.
Yeah.
Dylan Bilderberg has a similar reaction to when you see a school shooting in the news. You go,
Okay.
yeah, this is wrong.
That happened.
Yeah.
This is wrong, but and that's it.
This is wrong.
All right.
This is wrong.
So
This shouldn't have happened.
what are you
I
guys?
don't want this to happen.
Gnirbac, what are, as Dylan has gone off for finding good ground to dig, how are you trying to get together sleeping arrangements? Because I'm assuming y'all do have bedrolls, but I'm not sure if you guys want to sleep in one of the houses of the...
I'll sleep in the carriage. It's so nice.
I think taking
This carriage is missing 2 wheels on one side and it is on a slant, so...
Oh.
I suppose taking Burden's thinking into
Burden?
consideration. Yeah, Burden.
Alright.
It'd be
Burden the
safer
burden.
to set up somewhere across from town where we can watch the square in case something funny does happen.
So, I'm going to say the best place to probably do that, you would assume, would be the farm. Just out in the field, like close to town across the road, away from where the goblins would attack from.
Yeah, just vibing.
Yeah. So,
I'm kind of with that.
All right.
No sense in sleeping in the town where we might get attacked again, especially while we're asleep.
Did you
so
ever check out the farm?
We didn't.
I mean,
There wasn't really anything going on.
yeah, there was nothing going on in the
Is there a
farm.
person that lives
It's
at
a
the farm?
farm.
You just see crops of like potato, corn.
Oh, I didn't
Or
know if there
like-
was like a house on the
yeah.
farm or something.
I think
No.
It's more like fields.
No, those
yeah.
are the farmhouses. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a slow rolling field, and in the middle of it is a creek. The creek that
Okay.
runs south from Beacon down into the waterfall that flows by
Yeah. Okay.
Cobblefoot. Yeah.
Got it. All right.
And so, are you guys gonna take watch as you take your rest for the night?
Yeah.
And how are you going to situate the sleeping arrangement for Slake, if at all?
Well, I mean, I was gonna personally be like, oh yes, well let's post up in her house now that it's been cleaned.
Yeah, she
Doesn't.
shakes her head no to you
Okay.
saying this. Yeah.
All right.
I don't want to. We can, I guess, sleep in the farm.
I actually don't think Slake is gonna sleep tonight. You kind of make that assumption.
Yeah.
She's too traumatized at this point.
We'll just tell her that. Say you're not gonna sleep tonight anyway. How do you care?
You keep watch.
You keep watch. What are you gonna do? Sleep?
After your parents died?
She starts crying.
We don't
Didn't
say
say
it.
that.
Oh yeah, that's right. You
We had
didn't-
character voice.
Yeah,
That's
he
the only
didn't
time that you get confused from Trevor.
Yeah,
That's
you
right,
didn't do
my
that in
weird
character
voice. Is the
voice.
same as
Because-
my real voice.
Make your real voice funnier then.
Yeah, talking to falsetto every time you're not in character.
No.
There you go.
Wait,
You
I'm
can also
confused. He said no,
Wait.
but in a falsetto.
Oh my
Wait a
god.
second.
So,
Strange.
I'm assuming she follows you guys out to the farm,
Yeah.
or towards the edge of the farm, as you guys kind of hunker down for the night and set out your bedrolls, and wait for the possibility of these goblins coming back into town.
Well, if we should take shifts on lunch.
Yeah, I'll take first shift.
Oh well. I'll take the last shift. I'll wake up early.
Ooh, I do not care.
And we can just rotate between the 3 bedrolls, and Slay can take the 4th one.
Okay.
I'll just end up by the end of my watch. I'll either pick
Okay.
Gnirbac or Erden to wake up.
Don't know yet.
Yeah,
So who's taking first watch? Mr. Bilderberg?
yeah, Bilderberg.
All right. So I'm assuming everybody puts their head to rest as the night goes by. So everybody gets a short rest besides Mr. Bilderberg right now. How does short rest work right now?
Well, no, because basically, a short rest is what you take. It's just you take a short rest during like an hour of like
Oh,
sitting
okay.
around,
Okay.
And then.
So this is the long rest.
Yeah, this is going to be a long rest. We are taking our long rest.
I'm not the DM.
Rest.
I'm just the storyteller.
I'm just here to tell stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, a short rest is basically just going to let you recover some class features stuff.
That means
some health.
I'm spring.
You're spring now.
If winter earns burden, then what's spring earning?
Winter is gone.
Splurging.
I'm no longer existential and hate everything. I now feel a new sense of everything's going to be okay. I'm ready to go after those goblins now. Boy, howdy, I'll tell you what.
You must be happy to take this watch. I'm shaking you awake at the end of my watch passes.
Is there a set amount of healing that goes down during long rest?
A long rest restores all of your health.
Oh, really?
It's basically when you go to sleep at night, it restores all your health.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess it makes sense because we're doing and taking more damage.
Yeah, basically, it's a lot more cinematic. It's a lot more taking and dealing damage.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's the universal ride of D&D.
More JRPG, less Paper Mario.
Exactly.
Alrighty then. So.
Back to 9.
Yeah, back to 9. Bilderberg, you're back to 11. Yeah. After being taken down like half of your hit points.
yeah. First level, you do not have a lot of hit points.
Yeah. So, as everybody is asleep, okay. So as everybody sleeps, I'm just gonna say we'll call it there, and
We all lay our heads down to go to rest.
yeah, as Bilderberg watches over with Slake who can't sleep, and then we'll call it there.
Episode named Fat Bastard Funny Moments.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, I gotta press stop, don't I?
Yeah. What was that?
Like a baby's on him holding an